Our actual journey was very interesting. We were coming up on the end of one of our contracts with Blackboard, and we thought it was time to just take a look at the scope because it hadn't been reviewed for 7 or 8 years. And so it was time to bring in the faculty and students in on a review panel. We had a panel of 20 faculty, students, and staff members all together. We met on a bi-weekly basis to be able to review all of the things out there in the field. We took a look at the whole scope of all the available LMSs and immediately narrowed down our search of what we were actually looking at. We took a look at the data that was available of what students and faculty were using in their online classrooms and in their face-to-face classrooms. We had the capability from, I think it was 2 to 3 different tools that allowed us to do pilots and let the entire group of 20 reviewers in on their different solutions. And when we got done, our faculty had stated, and the students as well, had stated that they were intrigued with both Canvas and Blackboard Learn Ultra. And so they wanted to take another pass at it. And that was after a 4 months of review process. And it was down to a fine-toothed review process because we didn't want to waste anybody's time and we really wanted good feedback. So we just made it very clear and concise. They chose then to write a final recommendation to the Provost's office that suggested either Instructure's Canvas or Anthology's Blackboard, which is what it is today, but of course it was Blackboard Learn then. And then after we made that recommendation, the Provost's office made the final decision to stick with Blackboard because the transition was going to be easier and it was cost effective to stick with the same solution. And from there, we took the next 4 months and developed a timeline. We ended up with the same 20 faculty and students, which was really intriguing because they chose to stick with it for another semester. And from there, we built out our timeline of what our phased approach was going to look like. So they were involved all the way through the process, which gave everybody a bit of buy-in as we went through that process itself.